Hey everyone, and I'm coming to you again with another Love Wellness product. I just finished my Good Girl Probiotics, my first month supply, and so I just wanted to give you guys an honest review on what I think about it, how it went, and whether I even recommend it. So let's get straight into it.
When I move this thing from Kenya to Los Angeles, quick blowing, sprung my body's fire to your cannabis. When he go dead, somebody call an ambulance. When you see me on the dance floor, baby, I surprise him, hypnotize him. When you see me on the dance floor, baby.
All right, so Good Girl Probiotics. This was something that I saw. I was on the website, and as I was getting the killer, I also decided to get the Good Girl Probiotics. All my girlfriends used to talk about how they were using probiotics, they had a pill, some people were just taking natural foods. So I decided that why not? I'm already ordering off Love Wellness. I've heard about them. Why not just get the product that I've been hearing about? It was a part of my beauty regimen, honestly. It was right next to all my lotions and my lip glosses and my fragrances. So it was something that I never forgot to take any of the days. And what do I feel about it? I honestly didn't feel anything. So unlike the other product that I used, this one was very, very low key. It had low key effects. I think there were some days where my digestive system, at least, was just a little slower than usual, and so this almost acted like a fiber, even. And I think that was very interesting because to this day, I really don't know why it was acting like that. Because the days that I did take it, and I felt like, oh, my stomach, and then not even like a few hours later, I wasn't feeling that bad. Or that next morning, because I usually took it at night, I didn't feel that bad. So I think it does have effects there. It is for your gut health. And just overall, like urinary tract, bacterial, yeast infection, just keeping all of it under wrap, okay? And I didn't feel it. Maybe because everything is functioning fine and this was just to solidify what was functioning fine. Let me think about it. Yeah, I don't recommend this product. I don't think it's something that you have to take. I don't think it's something that you have to use your money on. I don't think it's something that you even need to include into your regimen. I think it is purely capitalistic, this whole entire product. There are plenty of natural options that you can do instead of taking the Good Girl Probiotic. So let's go through those, and then maybe you can make a decision for yourself based off of all the facts on what a probiotic is and what other options there are, and possibly cheaper options that you could include that wouldn't have to dig into your pockets more than it should have. So what is a probiotic? There are 3 different classes of probiotics, and they are Bifidobacterium, Lactobacillus, Saccharomyces boulardii, and that is the type of yeast, the one that you put in your bread to rise. I believe those are very different, but that's the type of probiotics there are. They have to be in active cultures because bacteria is living. So when products say they contain probiotics, it means that the bacteria in them are still living and they're going to be active once they enter into your body. For example, daily products that we all use: aged cheeses, cheddar, Gouda, mozzarella, kefir, which is a daily milk that I've actually used instead of a whole milk, and that is so good for you. It has probiotics in it. Traditional buttermilk, but it can't be cultured. A lot of people use cultured buttermilk. I don't know exactly why. I've never really, I forget which kind of buttermilk I use for pancakes. And then also yogurt. So when I talked about my girlfriends all talking about they take probiotics, most of them were incorporating yogurt into their daily schedule and their daily meals for breakfast, as a snack, or anything of that nature. There are a lot of other foods that contain probiotics, but they're not dairy. And for some of us that are trying to stay away from dairy for skin reasons and just beauty reasons, or you're lactose intolerant, whatever you are, there are non-dairy yogurts, and those also still contain probiotics. There's fresh sour dill pickles, and by fresh, I believe they mean it can't have been store-bought. So if you're making them straight at home, that would be the best way for you to get your probiotics in. I know a lot of my Asian friends, they incorporate kimchi into their diet, and I actually was a kimchi eater, especially when my chef friends would cook for me. and kimchi has a bunch of probiotics. Kombucha, that's a really popular drink going around nowadays, but it's basically just fermented tea, and that includes probiotics. There's also miso. I don't know if you've heard about miso soup, but that also contains probiotics. Natto, which is fermented soybeans. Sauerkraut, which a lot of people put on their hot dogs. Tempeh, which is usually a meat substitute. And then there's brine cured olives. So I'm not an olive eater, but it sounds good. I mean, whatever you can get, what you need out of it. Places that I love to incorporate probiotics, especially because I love Wellness, don't get me wrong. I just don't recommend this. I don't. I think there's a lot of other options that you could do, and especially more fun options, because taking a pill it'll get old after a while, and it's just using your money, in my opinion, for no reason when there are other ways to include it. So ways that I'm going to incorporate probiotics. For breakfast, I think that's the easiest place for me to put a probiotic in. So a yogurt. I do like berries, flax seeds, and nuts. So I might make a smoothie. My oatmeal, I love to put berries and nuts in it. So that's somewhere that I know I can put probiotics in. I do not like tempeh, but now that I know about tempeh, I can use it as a meat replacement, because tempeh is not something you need to overcook. It's not something you need to worry about it cooking to a certain degree or temperature. So it's a great way of just not being able to destroy those active cultures of probiotics. I also love miso soup whenever I go to Asian restaurants. You'll have to do your own research when it comes to the restaurants themselves. Drinking the probiotic rich beverages that I was talking about, so basically kombucha, tea, and kefir. I have tried kefir in the past. It did make me feel healthier, but I think it's just because it was a replacement for the whole milk that I was drinking previously. And then the kombucha, I've tried it on multiple occasions. It has never been like a part of my daily routine, but I definitely think it's something that I would rather pick up than, like, say, pineapple juice from Dole or Minute Maid fruit punch, something like that. I think, especially for the summer and spring when it starts to get warmer, it'd be great to just add that extra level of health to my diet. And then sauerkraut. I personally don't usually like sauerkraut, especially the smell. But because now I know that it has probiotics, I think I'm gonna try and eat it. Yeah, I'll eat it if it means it has probiotics. I mean, there's so many other ways. And also, I just stay away from overall artificial sweeteners, artificial sugars, and artificial flavorings. I'm not a big fan of anything that was made in a factory. I do like to indulge in things like chips and, sodas from here and there. But I went years without soda and chips, and I didn't feel different. I just felt better. And because I always feel good, but feeling better is even better. So I don't really know what else more I can say on the topic. I think it's very simple. I think what Love Wellness is trying to do is excellent. It's a great marketing strategy. I mean, come on. Probiotics when you could just take naturals. So if you're just trying to spend money, if you want to take a pill instead of incorporating on those foods, hey, this is your thing. But if I'm coming from my perspective and how I feel about it, Good Girl Probiotics, the concept is there. They have beautiful packaging. It's exciting when you first get it. But as far as like how I feel, whether I think it's going to be really something I need to add to my regimen, no, I don't think so. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay. And I'm glad I tried it. I have no regrets about trying it, because now I know. And now I know that I'm more aware of the other options that are out there instead of trying to make this a part of my regimen when I really don't want it to be. But yeah, that's my take on the Good Girl Probiotics by Love Wellness. I love you, Love Wellness. If you still want to sponsor me after this, that would be great. But to my diamonds out there, listen, hey, I stand by Love Wellness, but this is one of the products you just don't need. You really don't need it. But you can try it because you just can. I'm so glad I got to talk to you. Continue joining me on my Love Wellness journey. I'm going to be trying out more of their products. So just stay tuned. And to my diamonds out there, you know you become beautiful under pressure. So keep calm and carry on. Bye.